All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. All right, it's good. Cool. We are ready to go. Ready to go. All right, yeah. So getting my levels finalized here. Looking at these gaps from earlier, right? We see we have this gap from Friday. Yeah, Friday to Monday here. So it looks like price is pushing back into this area here. And we have all these gaps down below. All right, so I like how price is pushing right back in this area. There's a lot of bearish pressure up here, so we could probably find some shorts. Let's see what price does once it gets up in there. Go back to the electronic trading. And let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to look for some sort of reversal. It just depends on how price responds at this area here. All right, so we just took out yesterday's high. Nice. And you notice price is right back into this bearish territory on the daily. Got this bearish daily fair value gap, bearish daily high taken out. A nice bit of engulfing candles here. And when I go to, what I'll do is I'll start updating these levels actually, because now we're inside of this 6-hour candle here. Can do this here. So yeah, we got this 6-hour high, nice engulfing candle here. That could be a nice draw on liquidity. Then we have this current 6-hour bearish engulfing here. Price is pushing into this wick now. I want to see how price responds. All right, and then the lower time frames as well. 4-hour, nice bearish area of interest. Everything in here is just bearish, right? I don't really want to be looking for buys up here. And then you have, let's erase this. We're pushing past that one. We have this bearish engulfing right here. We completely push through it, and we're getting this massive 4-hour engulfing here. So what that'll tell me is this high right here is not bearish, right? And then I'm looking at this low. I have a couple levels at this low here. These are important lows where price had a lot of bearish pressure, right? And then you get a flip. So if we get a retest of this area down here, I like the buys. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so we're chilling right now. It looks like if you go down to the lower time frame, what are we seeing? We see, let me see the 10-minute also. All right, so yeah, looking at the lower time frame, what do you see, right? We open up 9:30 right here. We didn't sweep out any liquidity, right? Barely swept 9:30 low here, left these lows down in here. We still have overnight liquidity, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check this out. All right, yeah, so overnight, we still have London. Let's mark that out. And it's very early, so don't get caught up in the buy FOMO right now. Price could still reverse. We got the session low here. And we took out Asia low, but London low still on the table. And what I'm looking for when I zoom in here is, how is price responding now that price is taking out highs? We're in bearish territory. We took out that previous daily high here. And this low right here gets my attention because let's mark it out. This low right here. Nice speed higher here. But when I look at this type of stuff, right, the first thing that comes to mind is we are way overextended here. We had small news come out at 9:45, and you're getting this rally off of it. No push to the downside whatsoever. So this looks like it could be manipulation to the upside. I want to see how price can start rejecting here. Sooner or later, we should see price start breaking lows, and then that'll open the door for some sort of trade idea. But for now, just sit back, let this play out. Maybe we start getting some 10-minute rejection. So we take out this high here from yesterday. We took out this high. That previous daily high was taken out. All right, that was my target yesterday. Got a nice trade in yesterday. Sent it to previous daily high. Easy. Like 8 or 9 points here on ES. Price sells off from there, fails to break structure, and then continues higher, which tells me that there are previous daily highs up here that price could want to hit. And I have those zones marked out. We have, let's go to we have this weekly open here. We have this previous daily high here. So anything up in this next red zone here is where I'm going to be looking for shorts. Let's go to the daily, make sure there's not much. Yeah. So yeah, as you can see, there's nothing really in between here. You got this fair value gap, maybe 6-hour high. Yeah, which I have highlighted here. So that'll be the next target. If price shows a lot of strength inside of this red zone here, you want to take price to the next 6-hour or 4-hour high, which could be here also. Let me mark that off. Nice. So these would be my draws. The next 4-hour high, if we find our way through here. I don't think price is going to keep going like it is right now. It's way too strong. There goes gold. You can see gold on a nice rally ever since that situation in Venezuela. All right, so here we go. We finally hit 10 a.m. I'm looking for a reversal, if you ask me, right? So let's see if we can start breaking these lows. I like this low, like I mentioned earlier. Take a look at NASDAQ just to see. Yeah, this is way too overextended here. Slight SMT off of the 930 sweep. Yeah, let's sit back, relax here, and see if price can give you a clean breaking structure before proceeding. And price is getting a little bit too comfortable outside of this area here. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. So where is that EMA at? Are we? Yeah. Notice how far the EMA is from price. Major red flag. So we're just gonna sit back, relax, let these buyers have their way here, and see if we can get some sort of rejection. So I'm really just looking around to see what we got. This hourly high here. All right. So yeah, we're in bearish territory 1000% here. And I'm going to move this area up to here because we're pretty strong through that lower half. And I want to see if this level right here can serve as what I'm looking for. Starting to see some exhaustion. 10 a.m. opens higher immediately. So let's see if we can start getting that flip back to the downside. Let's see. So cool. Yeah, I'm waiting for some sort of sign of exhaustion, whether that be SMT or a nice wick off of one of these levels. We'll start to see price pull back, and that's where you're gonna find out if price is either breaking structure or is price, just pulling back to go higher. So it's 10 a.m. now. I'm sure there's a bunch of fair value gaps down here. 15-minute. Oh, not 15-minute candle closes soon. A bunch of 5-minute gaps here, but it's starting to look extremely bullish when you pay attention to how these candles are shaping up here, because there hasn't been a pullback except for here, right? At 950, we got a decent pullback. So that tells me that if I think I want to get a break of structure type of trade, it has to break way down underneath 69.59. But this looks pretty strong here. So it may take a while for price to show some exhaustion, but no rush at all. No rush at all. See what everybody else is up to. Where the orb traders, I'm sure the orb traders got paid. Let's see. 930. Yeah, those orb traders got paid today. Yeah, look at this, bro. Stuff like this, either you're in early somewhere down here with this potential SMT here. Let's see if we were to break it down. How did this shape up here? We had, yeah, there's nothing for me to trade here. We didn't sweep out this low. 930 actually pushes higher, pulls back, and then there's no real opportunities here unless you just get in off of like a 5-minute, 10-minute gap fill, hoping price goes higher. There's no pullback with an inversion. There's nothing really in here. 930 price was about the only sign that price was super strong here. Breakout, retest, and rips. Let's look at 930 yesterday. Yesterday, 930. All right, 930 yesterday. Same exact thing, bro. Hold on now. You get a nice rip at 930, pulls back exactly to 930 open price, and shows a ton of strength. I wonder what type of entry model you could draw up off of here. Pull back, retest, reclaim the EMA. You could probably buy it here. Something like that. Take your quick scalp to the high. Maybe something like that. 6 points for 7 points. Now I'm curious, what's been going on with 930 lately? Let's go to like December 11th, 10 a.m. December 21st. December 22nd, 930. All right. 930 is here. See what happens. 930 opens, price pushes above it, pulls back, retests, gets below the EMA here. That's interesting, bro. It's like if price breaks the EMA and then retests 930 and then reclaims that EMA, you get a decent move. Stop above 930, get you a 1.5 R before. It's not terrible. All right, we're starting to see that rejection also, so see if we can get a play off of this short. But I want to see another example of how 930 is working out here. So here's another example. All right, here's one where 930 price never gets hit. Strong move, never hits it. All right, let's see here. Barely. But you can see price is starting to stall a little bit. Starting to, but I want to see more downside. That way we know, all right, price is showing exhaustion, and then we can read whether price is looking to continue lower or is price looking to, continue higher. There we go. There goes that rejection that we're looking for, pushing directly towards this swing low here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my volume tool to see where all the volume is for this setup. And beautiful, what do you know? Volume is focused right at our area of interest. So, with that being said, this is where the next big move should originate. Nice. Make sure this is extending as price goes. Beautiful, beautiful. So, have we taken out this low yet? We have not. The first thing that I noticed in this area right now is we had this high, this low, this high. All right. So, wait, high, low, boom. So, yeah, this order block right here gets my attention. This one right here. All right. Because if price is trying to trend lower, it's going to start putting in highs, a low, a high. And then now that we make this low, you're looking for price to try and make a new high. And you see price fail to make a new high and slam lower right here. So this is an area where price tried to go bullish, failed to go bullish. And if this continues to show strong rejection, then that tells me we should anticipate lower prices, right? It's very, very minuscule when it comes to the time frame. We're on the 1 minute chart, so I don't want to, you feel me, get too caught up in structure on the 1 minute. As you can see, right, it'll reject for no reason. You see our price failed to go higher here for no reason, and then now the very what 1, 2, 3, 4 candles later, it's magically able to go higher. The 1 minute chart is trash. That's why you want to make sure you're integrating some type of higher time frame bias. And here we are, right? We're starting to see this volume profile hold up here. We see price push down into it. Nice rejection here. So what I'm looking for, like I mentioned, I really want shorts, but if price just wants to continue going higher, I don't think I'm going to be buying this today. This is a little different than yesterday. Yesterday, early on, we had a decent pullback. And with that pullback, I was able to read price. Here, we're giving these tiny pullbacks, and you don't want to buy this before there is some sort of significant pullback. But if we're being very, very technical, this right here turns into a break and retest scenario where if price pulls back into this order block and shows that it doesn't want to get underneath it, then it should continue higher. I just don't think I'm down for that. I don't think I'm down for it, guys. I'd rather wait for a short. But this is a clean area of interest. High, low, high, puts in the low, tries to make a high, fails. We don't sweep any of this. Maybe we sweep it on NASDAQ. No, none of this is swept. So I'd rather potentially wait for price to keep sweeping out highs. Look at it. Look at this, yo. Price just woke up extremely bullish today for whatever reason. So here we go again. Another high being taken while price is just ignoring lows. We do have SMT off of these lows. So if price wanted to go higher, it could. You got this pathetic little sweep here. And then you have no sweep at all over here. But because, like I mentioned, the higher time frame, we're pushing in some very, very bearish territory. I'd rather just wait for a short. If I don't get a short, I just won't trade today. Very simple. Very simple. I hate when this happens because it's so easy to just press the buy button, right? But at the same time, you press the buy button and then price just starts crashing on you. You just took a bad trade. No other way to put it. So now this low right here gets my attention. Maybe you can, I don't know, bro. It's like it just depends on how price responds, right? If we push into this next level here, which we have marked off at 69.76, let's say price hangs out in this area, shows you that it's still bullish, and then pushes down into here and shows a lot of strength and tries to go higher. I may try that with a very, very, you know, short leash, meaning if it does start pulling back, I may get out faster. But let's see if price pushes down into this order block and starts to show a lot of rejection or what. Point of control sitting right here at 69.72 pretty much. Yeah. Oh, well, 71.25, 71.5. This does suck though. If price just wants to continue higher, it's gonna be unfortunate because I don't really feel comfortable unless price wants to, maybe push to this weekly open. That's a few points away. How many points is that? 77. Not even 3 or 4 points away. We got all these higher time frame gaps down below. Let's see if Nasdaq filled any. Yeah, Nasdaq filled in this 10-minute gap, showing lots of strength. We take out the high. Now we get to see if price is still bullish after taking this high. 30-minute gap still loading. 15-minute gap hasn't been filled. So we're chilling. All right, nice. So another drive lower, right? We take out the highs, starting to push lower here. I'm going to erase this. This doesn't mean much to me at all. Now what we're going to see is price should push through this low, man. But when I'm looking at the higher time frame, right, the first thing I'm noticing is look how far away this EMA is from price. So it's hard for me to be bearish while price is so strong above this EMA. I would need to see price start to get up under this EMA, right? For me to think that it's truly bearish. Otherwise, what we'll probably get is a small pullback that ends up ripping higher, right? Let's mark off this fair value gap here. There we go. Nice. So we're about to take this low here. I would love to see price like stab into a 15-minute gap. You know what I mean? 15-minute gap sitting here, super far away there. And then you got the 15-minute gap sitting here at 69.68. I would love to see price stab into there and then try and flip back bullish, right? If I'm gonna go short, maybe you can short it down. Well, first you need to see 10 a.m. taken out. That's the first step for a short. Even though we're getting this bearish rejection, I need to see price put some structure underneath 10 a.m. for me to believe it wants to go lower. And then at that point, you have this previous daily high you could short to, or maybe short back down to this 2 a.m. price, maybe even midnight price. But I'm starting to think that price is getting a little too comfortable above this 10-minute EMA, which will open the door for a continuation if price starts to give us maybe, look, like you see this SMT shaping up here. All right, so I'm gonna zoom in here, and there we go. We take this low. Good patience, great patience. Now this is gonna be where price either starts to fail, right? Price is either gonna push higher and start to fail, push back up into this area somewhat, and then start failing, and then continue lower, or price is going to immediately try and correct back bullish, get back above, and then maintain that bullish structure to a new high. All right, volume looks good. Everything looks solid. It's only 30 minutes into this 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. Let's see what the chat is up to. All right. Nice, nice. Nice. I want to look at yesterday real quick. Yesterday 10 a.m. just for a second. Took a buy somewhere up here. Can't remember when. Somewhere up here, but we take this low. Yeah, it was here. We pushed up, took this low, and I started looking for a long right away. Once we take this low, you see price start building structure to go higher instead of lower. Beautiful. Yeah, that was nice. So I'm going to pretty much use the same situation here. Where on the 10-minute chart, we could see price starting to get underneath this point of control. All right, but the EMA needs to be supporting this bearish volume. Right now, price could literally just push down to retest this EMA and then skyrocket. That's looking like what's about to happen here. You're starting to see a lot of strength underneath here with no pullback. So let's see if price can just fill in this 15-minute gap, which it has on ES. Let's see if NASDAQ fills it in as well. All right. When you see price break structure and go directly into a fair value gap, that right there is a red flag for me. I like to see price break structure retest before filling that gap, letting me know that price found some type of support on the way down, right? Right now, the support is way up here. So if we need to retest support before going lower, price will have to bounce from this gap, push way up in here before going short. All right, and we're starting to get some pressure here. So let's see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Did we take out this internal low on NASDAQ at least? Nah. Did we? Nah. So I would say price has a little bit lower to go. You want to see NASDAQ at least take out a 1-minute low. So you're probably going to see price retest this 10 a.m. and then continue lower. All right, so now I'm looking at it. This looks extremely bullish, right? We had this high. We have this short-term high, short-term low, short-term high. We take this low right here. What do you notice, right? Price takes out this low and immediately puts order blocks here. So with price taking this low, this right here becomes bullish structure. We take this low, instead of using this order block to go lower, price uses this order block to push higher. And then what do you notice? We push right back down into this same area, and we're starting to see more bullishness off of this order block here. So I'll make this green. If price can break through 10 a.m. again, excuse me, if price can get back above here, something like this, that's going to open the door for higher, no question. Right now, we need to see that hold up. If not, then I like for price to start taking out these lows before trying to go higher. There we go. So it looks like the first scenario is pretty strong right now. Price just pulls back to retest 10 a.m. And with that retest, price can actually start taking out lows. That would be clean, because then we would get a 15-minute gap fill if we can continue through these lows. All right. But this level right here is important. This order block sitting at 25,738, very important. Very important. I like how it's holding up. So notice we've actually retested 10 a.m. And if 10 a.m. is not strong enough to break this level, then I'm going to start looking for a buy. We may get like a SMT gap fill where price fills in the gap on one and then avoids filling the gap in on the other. And then that's where you get that push higher. Definitely not a terrible idea. Just waiting to see what happens here. There we go. Good job. See, this is what you anticipate. This is what you would want to see for a clean trade. You want to see price start sweeping out lows. So I need some sort of sweep here. If price refuses to sweep this low, that just shows you price is extremely bullish and it's just not worried about lows. And you can target a high once you break through here. So let me draw this so I remember not to get too excited about buys until you break here. This is beautiful. All those people who are buying at the top are complaining that price is chopping right now. There goes the low. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, nice. So now we go to the higher time frame and we check on this EMA. Like, let's see how close that EMA is now. Really nice. So we could easily retest this EMA similar to what we did at 940. Price simply just retested the EMA and runs. That's probably what's going to happen here, if you ask me. Literally, I would anticipate that type of move because of how strong the market has been so far. All right, so yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm looking for price to show some strength now. Did we fill in that 15-minute gap? I don't think so. No, we didn't. We did sweep this low, but gap still open on NASDAQ. Let's see. Nice. Here we go. Here we go. Showing some strength again. See if ES can break 10 a.m. first. So it's funny, right? You would say if you're looking at the charts, you would be like, oh, NASDAQ looks stronger because we didn't fill in that 15-minute gap. But if you look at the price points, you would say, well, ES is actually probably going to break 10 a.m. first, making ES stronger, in my opinion. And if ES can't break this, then that's a major red flag for lower. This little thinks he's a bird or something. Excellent pressure. Beautiful pressure here. Take out this first low. Beautiful pressure here, guys. So now, price is inside of that gap. Close through the point of control. Still haven't retested it yet. So if I'm looking for like a 10-minute trade, I would want to see price hit a higher time frame bearish area, which we've already done that. Show rejection, break the point of control, and then retest that point of control, and then close through that rejection candle. So far, not much I can do here, but hope for a clean pullback if we're gonna short. Yeah, boom, pullback. We still got 3 minutes left in this candle, and we still have to break this 10-minute EMA before I would think about shorting. And here goes that bullish pressure, right? So what I'm thinking is I'm going to try a buy if we can hold that 10-minute EMA and start flipping this order block, right? So if I zoom in on ES, which is the one that matters the most here, you'll notice what happens, right? What do you see? You see price take out a high, put in this short-term high, we took it out, and then immediately traded back to the lows. Once we take out the low, you want to see price try and go back to the highs. This is your first attempt here to go back higher, and you see the rejection come in, right? So with this rejection, this is your order block. right here. This entire wick really, see how 10 a.m. is involved in this order block? Beautiful. So if price is bullish, price will easily get back above here, and that'll be my buy indication. And if price is bearish, price will refuse to get back above it. It will try, right? Price will refuse. And then I'm gonna look for lower, and I'm gonna target something like this 2 a.m. price, or maybe even the low here. I'll mark this low out. There's a nice 2-hour engulfing candle here. Price can start pushing back to that range. Maybe even a 1-hour engulfing. Let's see. Yeah, so I would probably target midnight, somewhere back underneath inside of this 1-hour candle. But like I mentioned, I really don't think price is bearish based on how we just free falled into this 15-minute gap. Based on how price is showing rejection off of this 10-minute EMA, I would anticipate price to try to go bullish. And with all of the stuff going on with the new oil that was captured, I can see a lot of buyers in the market these days. So let's see. Then we got this previous daily high here that could serve as support. Let's go to 10-minute, find out how price is responding around this previous daily high. 10-minute gap sitting there, maybe 5-minute structure. There's really not much going on there. Bro. All right, so here we go. Trade idea is set. The playing field is set. Everything I wanted to see pretty much unfolding right now. We wanted to wait for a pullback, right? Which is the first part of every algorithmic move. And now we're seeing that pullback. And you see price starting to interact here. I like the 2-minute in this scenario just because you can see that the 1-minute looks a bit choppy. But the 2-minute was a clear sweep of the high, break the low, attempt to go higher, and then slam lower. And now we're pushing back into that territory here, which would be specifically this 1042 candle. We start showing strong rejection here. I would probably wait for price to close underneath the previous daily high, and then I would short it for sure. Because if we close underneath this EMA, then we'll for sure be underneath this previous daily high, right? Opening the door for a lot of sell pressure. Right now, this is like the last hope for the buyers, if you ask me. Previous daily high, EMA, in this 15-minute gap. 15-minute candle is way down here. Well, here we go. Price is running now. Yeah, man. Come on, bro. I hate when it does this. And I'm looking, I'm like, all right, where was my opportunity for a short? There was none, bro. There's absolutely no chance unless you just take a guess and be like, I think short. Let me just press the short button. Um, boom. Take the low, push back up. Yeah, bro. Now I'm gonna miss this short here. 10-minute candle is gonna close way down here. I can't get involved with that. Well done, Nasdaq. So now the first thing that comes to mind is, all right, how does price respond once it hits midnight? Man, that sucks. It's all about your entry price, right? I can draw up a short all day, but if you FOMO into here and you just press the short button right now, you're asking to get obliterated. 11-point stop. Midnight price is only 5 points away. Terrible trade idea. Now I just have to wait. It's 11 a.m. So maybe we get a new 30-minute candle that opens and sends price back to this order block here where we can look for a potential trade idea. Mm, 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 mm. I think Nasdaq gave you a decent retest of this. Let's see. So we had a closure, a retest, but the EMA, like I mentioned, was a major factor for higher. So I want to see price get up under it and close. So we have 4 minutes left. Let's see if this candle actually closes bearish or does it turn into a wick. And that'll set the stage for my next trade idea. We start closing underneath here. I'm going to start looking for reasons to short aggressively, right? Oh, this is trash, bro. I was hoping for price to just offer a clean rejection, bro. This is so trash, man. Notice, right, what I was looking for, right? When we took this low, all I wanted to know was, can price try to go higher? We get that first attempt to go higher, and then we consolidate, and then the first confirmation candle is right here, and it literally was about 8 points, like before it even closes. Get out of here, bro. So let me look. Maybe there was something I could have done. Maybe I could have shorted on the 1 minute here on that 2 minute order. Yeah, I'm gonna note this, bro. I'm not trying to miss these setups. These are too easy if you can just get an entry, right? Just find a way to get in at the right time. So I'm going to add that to my notes. 1 second. I can use this area right here. So let's say I'm gonna bring this over at 10:46 when that candle closed. I could have went to the 1 minute and looked for some strong rejection and shorted it off of here. So this would have been the trade, short there, stop there, 6.5, and then take my 6.5 or 7, or maybe even midnight. But you guys know me, I'll take my 1 hour and run away. So that right there would have been the trade. I'm gonna definitely note that for next time. Lower time. All right, that'll be that won't happen again, especially if I see this exact scenario where Everything was lining up perfect. All I needed to see was price just retest this and give me a reasonable closure underneath the previous daily high, right? Remember, my whole trade idea was based on a closure underneath this previous daily high. Unfortunately, the closure took place way below that previous daily high. So that forced me to miss it. But if I was on the 1 minute chart, I could have taken this short here aggressively, understanding that we retested this 2 minute order block with a 1 minute rejection short for 7 points or so. 6.5, 7. And I need to get above that 2 minute order block. Yeah, so it would have been like a 7, 6.5, 7 point stop. All right, cool. So now what's next? Let's give ourselves a chance for a bounce here. One-minute chart. So it's going to be the same type of profile. I either need to see price break this high here, eventually get back above previous day high, break it, retest, and then I'm longing it. Or because on the 2 minute chart, there really isn't much to go off of. We had the order block. We did get a nice drive into it, but that was just a massive short signal there. Yeah, that was tough to catch. So maybe we get a pullback. If not, there's going to be some sort of 5 minute gap here. Maybe price pulls back into here, gives you a short off of the gap. Or you can get a clean reversal. The same way we spotted the reversal at the high, you want to see price take out a low. So these lows right here start to get my interest. Price takes out a low. Like so. We can get underneath this low. Then you'll notice, all right, does price try to go higher and fail? Then keep going lower. Or does price immediately start to go bullish, right? We take out this low and then flip and then hold structure. Then I'm going to look for a buy back to this area. Very, very simple, right? The hard part is going to be just making sure that I get in at the right time. I missed an opportunity here, but as I mentioned, I was looking for like a 2 minute closure underneath the previous daily high, and somehow that ended up being too much time. It's crazy. A 2 minute closure hits TP in like 3 minutes. It's ridiculous. So let's see if we can drop a different one here. Not bad though. I like it. I like it. If I go to 2 minute, you'll see that there was only one attempt to go higher, and that was where the shorts literally took over. Price tried to go higher one time here underneath this low and completely failed. This is nice. It's not bad at all, man. And I'm hoping that we end up catching a buy now, being that price hasn't been able to give much of a bounce. Price is drawing right back to midnight. You know what I mean? Like it would be refreshing to see a break of structure, pullback, continuation. Really don't want to see price just completely wipe out all of this structure, but it could, so price has been pretty bullish lately, so maybe we get one more drive, but we'll see. Got that previous weekly high sitting here. It's only 11 o'clock. So yeah, man, we're chilling. We're chilling. We almost caught that short, but we're chilling. Price didn't want to wait for me here. Super aggressive on the short. Let's check on NASDAQ while we wait, but I need to see this low taken out. All right, looks like we take out this low on NASDAQ. Let's see if ES can go ahead and get caught up here with this low. So I'm chilling right now, nothing for me to do. If I'm looking at the 10-minute chart, the point of control, what do you guys notice? The most orders are still sitting up here. All right, yeah. So with that being said, this could serve as a magnet for price to push back into it, or the point of control is going to shift. You're going to see this yellow line just vanish from up here and start to follow price. And that's going to let you know that the sellers are starting to control price and that POC is moving. But right now, it's still in the same spot. We broke it once on ES. We failed to retest it. So I'm thinking that price may want to retest that point of control. We're tapping into the volume area low here for ES. So maybe we sweep this low and then you start to see that bullish pressure step in. There we go. Almost there. So that's the game plan, right? I'm just going to sit back, let this unfold. And if I see anything clean, I will get involved. It's 11 o'clock. I'll be on stream until 1 p.m. today. And so far, not too bad. We'll see what happens on the way. All right, yeah. So I don't know. I think it might be over with, man. I think all the buying is pretty much over with. Starting to get a little bit too aggressive, but I'm hoping that being that it's so early and we're not too far beyond midnight price, but we're starting to lose that EMA, right? You see the 10 minutes starting to get real comfortable underneath here. So with this midnight price being hit, 9:30 price right around the corner, you would want to see price start finding support somewhere in here, or I think it may end up taking out these lows, right? Sucks that I was not able to get involved on this short when I was waiting on it patiently. But if things can start showing a little bit of exhaustion here, I think price may try and go back bullish, being that this was a very aggressive move lower. right back to midnight, right back to a few bullish areas of interest. So I will hope that price finds some support here because there's no reason for me to be shorting way down here, right? I wanted my short back down to midnight price. Midnight price gets hit. Beautiful. First sign of shorts were at 69.65. Price is currently at 69.52. That's like a 15 point move. Boom, 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 boom. I'm looking for price to show some strength here. There we go. We hit this 10 p.m. price. This could be the catalyst. You want to see bullish closures, right? Now that we've taken out this, let me zoom in here. Now that we've taken out this short-term low, we had a drive, push higher, we take it out. Now you want to see a bullish closure. There we go. All right, here we go. I think we're going to go back bullish, guys. With the easy draw back to this order block here, maybe even back to previous daily high. I would love a quick scalp back up to there. And maybe even leave a runner for this high, being that price is showing a lot of bullish structure. If we're bullish, there will be a new high of day put in. All right, let's look around at crypto. Crypto's showing some weakness here as well, but we're still pushing inside bullish territory. Haven't really broken too much structure. We pushed higher. This is our first closure underneath. So really, yeah, if price wants to be bullish, you will see. I'm looking for an example here. Boom, boom. Right here. Major turning point. Major turning point was right here, where you see price take out this low, push higher, show some rejection. Price gets above it, pushes back into boom, 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 boom. Pushes back into this breaker here, high, low, pushes back into the breaker, hits a wall, dumps off, falls back underneath it. Shorts from here are valid. All right, we should be getting some pressure here. Let's see. There we go. All right, so we get our first bullish move here. Very important. If I go to the 1 minute, what was happening in this range here? We had one attempt to go higher, fail. Another attempt to go higher, fail. So I'm watching this closely here for a buy. Hopefully it doesn't try to run off. So the first thing that comes to mind over here on Bitcoin is when I see price push higher, take out this low, we have this drive higher here that's met with a lot of selling pressure. This would be where you think price would retest. All right. Hey, Elijah, please stop. Yeah, you would think price would retest that level there. Ethereum, same thing, but Ethereum hasn't taken out any lows. Yeah, so this would be a little bit more tricky. There we go. Here we go. Go to 2 minute here. 1 minute. So what I'm looking for is the same type of profile that we saw up here, right? I want to see price take this low, show some sort of 2 minute drive higher, which is exactly what's happening here. And then you're going to get a bearish closure, right? And once we start seeing price show that exhaustion, that's going to be my order block that I will use either to short or I will use it for a break and retest to go higher. Boom, boom, boom. We swept this low. This 1 minute profile looks extremely bullish, right? We took out this low. We had a couple areas, right? I'm going to actually highlight these. Now that we're closing through this order block here, this is important. We see price sweep the low. We had 2 order blocks. We haven't retested any of them yet. If I zoom in, you'll see it very clean where we had, let me make this bullish green. Yeah, if we start to maintain these levels here, I'm going to try my first attempt at a buy. anticipating that we're gonna get a very quick move higher, right? Where we take out this low. On the way down towards that low, we had one push higher here, failed, and then another push higher failed. So now that we're above both of these 1 minute order blocks, I want to see price drive into it and show that it just doesn't want to go any lower. And that'll give me my trade idea to go higher. Looking for a buy up into here. I can put my stop underneath this 1 minute fair value gap here, 7.25 points. And then I'm just looking for price to hit this zone up in here. All right. And then on the 2 minute chart, you should start seeing some rejection. That'll give you another order block to work with. So my ideal entry price is probably going to be around 69.59, 7.25 on the stop if we get that bullish confirmation. And that's going to be 7.5, 13 micros on ES. So let me go get that set up just so I can jump right in whenever. 13. All right, that's that. Good to go there. If we start showing the rejection off of these levels, it will be go time. All right, I'm gonna watch the. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's about to be go time here. I like that rejection already. 6959. Let me type this up for VIP and get ready here. All right, so what I'm noticing right now off the rip is notice how that point of control is still sitting up here. That right there is something that continues to get my eye. The most orders essentially are still up in this area, so price should draw back to this area. The only thing that can happen if price stays down in this area long enough, this point of control can shift down to this area, and this will be the new point of control. All right, so I'm giving price a chance here to essentially draw up a plan where the 10-minute point of control starts to become the target. You see the 5-minute point of control is actually right here right now. And then the lower time frame point of control is right here right now also. So I'm noticing price trying to go bullish here. I need to see a nice convincing move to the upside. And we finally get this first order block here. We're going to get this closure in 54 seconds. So I'm going to get rid of the 1-minute order block, use the 2-minute order block, and then zoom down to the 1 minute to get my confirmation off of this 2-minute order block here. All right. So we take this low. The first attempt to go higher is met with the selling pressure here at 2 a.m. And now we're getting our first order block here. And on top of that, we're probably going to see a nice rally out of it. Oh, wait, sorry. Here we go. All right, here goes nothing here. See if we can get a pullback, and then I'm long. And I may even go 7 points just so I can get in and out. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. We should get a pullback. 59.25 works for me. 7 points on the stop. Underneath midnight, underneath this order block here. See if we get this retest right now. Should have that 2-minute closure. There it is. We got the order block. You want to see price drive into this. There's a nice wick off of this candle as well. So I'm going to use this entire 2-minute candle as an area of interest. And you want to see, there it is, nice. You want to see price drive as strong as it can and then show it doesn't want lower. All right, cool. And then like a failure to go higher here. I'm also down for the shorts, being that we now have the EMA bearish, and there's a lot of downside, right? So what I'm looking for a short would be, how does price respond after taking out highs? All right, does price start to go extremely bearish? Because keep in mind, we are in bearish territory, right? The whole point of my short earlier was because we hit a lot of bearish territory. So price could have only been bullish, right? All of this was just a hit here, and then now you get the real move, or price is truly bullish, and now you're going to start seeing price protect that midnight level, protect these fair value gaps in here, and then start climbing higher. So this is the real point of interest right now. I really like what's happening here. Let's see here, 6959, 13 micro. I like this reaction here. Let's see if we can start closing above here. Did we take this high? Let's zoom in. This high was at 958.75. So this is an equal high here. Let's see how price responds after taking out these equal highs. Price shows some strength. Let's say takes it out, pulls back, and still holds. I'm looking for higher. 7 points on the stop. 13 micros on the ES would be my idea. All right. There goes that high. Give price a chance to shake out traders here. Let's see. Oh, it's trying to run, huh? 3 seconds left. Let's see what this next candle does. All right, here we go. 5-minute EMA bullish or bearish? We're pushing right into that EMA here. I want to see a decent pullback here. Being patient. Watch it not want to pull back, bro. This is trash. Come on, bro. Pull back. And where are we at right now for NASDAQ? NASDAQ takes the low. Bro, no way this happens, bro. I'm done with this. If this takes off, bro, I'm done. I think I'm just gonna walk away for today. It's a scam, bro. Like, why does it keep doing this? Oh my goodness. Sweeps this low. Yep. Buy signal here. That's the 1 minute. Let's see what the 2 minute looks like. This can't be bullish, bro. It's moving too fast. Moving way too fast. Boom. We have this order block here. Yeah, bro. We haven't even retested anything on NASDAQ yet. Deep breaths, bro. Because this is like the only thing that makes me upset in trading. When it just pretends like it's just in such a hurry right when I want to get in. So we had, yeah, this was the first rejection. We finally break it. I'm looking for a retest here, bro. I don't. Because now what happens? We're pushing into bearish territory. We have 10-minute bearish gaps sitting right here at this previous daily level. You got to be careful. You need to see a retest here. Because I would prefer the short, understanding that we got a strong rejection from this higher time frame level. So this could be break structure, pullback. There we go. All right, here we go. This is more like it. So now we're pushing back into this area here. And I'm going to watch NASDAQ just in case I want to trade NASDAQ. ES seems to be moving a little bit quicker. But if I'm forced to get in on NASDAQ, I'll do that. All right, so with the 2-minute chart here, make sure I have this candle highlighted specifically. There it is. And then the same thing here. So yeah, we're officially in that bullish area. You want to see price show the same amount of strength here. It's 11:26. So maybe the next 30-minute candle pushes a little bit lower before going higher. All right, but if we're bullish, you don't want to see price start getting below this low here, right? Because we put in a low, we basically reclaimed this point of control on the 1 minute. Check on the 10-minute here. All right, yeah. We took over this point of control, put in this low right here and made a new high. So I'm watching this low right here. I don't want to see price get too comfortable underneath this low. Because if it does, that's going to be a reversal. That's how reversals start, right? You put in a low, you make a high, and then price goes right back for that low. Perfect example, you put in a low, go for the high, and then price goes right back for that low. That's a beautiful reversal indication. So I don't want to see that if price is truly bullish here. I want to see it protect lows, retest this bullish area here, and start showing more strength higher. If so, I should be able to get a really good entry price for higher. 6959 would still be a plus. 6.5, 7 points, maybe, yeah. Something like that. Boom, 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 boom. Very important to see how price responds here. Didn't take out this low yet. This is tough because price is still on the verge of like just completely bleeding for the rest of the day. But it's okay, right? When you have an area of interest, you have to trust it when it gives you what you need to see. And I think I'm going to try this. Let's see how price responds out of this bearish gap right here, because this right here is very important. Price could use this to go lower. But when you have a clean area of interest and you get everything you need to see, you have to take it, because with these areas, if you're wrong, then you know that price is just going to dump. Like if, let's say I take this buy and I see price struggling, and then we start breaking structure, I know that the lows are going to be the draw and I can just flip my position, right? I get one trade, I mess up, next trade should be the right direction. And then you can short it and make your money back, right? And this is starting to look pretty weak. We put this bearish gap in here, but remember, like I said, we're about to get a new 30-minute candle, so price could be, stalling here and just hang out in this area for a little bit. Open up that new 30-minute candle. We get that inversion, we break this bearish gap. I'm okay with buying a little bit higher, anticipating that this short-term low would be the new swing low, and then I can put my stop under the one next to it, which will be here, and then look to take it higher. Because it looks good, right? We have an area of interest. That area of interest is holding up right now. We're waiting for this new 30-minute candle. In the next 30 seconds, it will be open. And then we get to see how price responds with that new 30-minute candle. All right, if we end up breaking this low, I'm going to look for shorts. I want to see a strong closure through it, a nice retest, nice order block, everything, and then I'll look for a short. If not, if this holds up, we already got a lot of bullish structure on our hands. I'm going to look for the buys. There we go. What would this be? 6960.5. All right, here we go. A bearish gap seems to be doing its job so far, but the new 30-minute candle will tell us what the case is. Are we going to break it, right? Or are we going to hold it? Good speed here. Retesting this gap. See if there's like a 2-minute gap as well. Nope, just a 1-minute gap. Yeah, we're about to rip this, yo. Look at that speed. My goodness. Stop would be below midnight. Looking for a closure through it here. No closure through it yet. Everything looks good. I'm being very picky here. I could buy this right now, being that we held this zone and we're inside of a new 30-minute candle. But this gap right here could be our worst nightmare if you're not patient. 61s. Yeah, I'll go 61. Patience. Because if we're patient, we should catch a really nice move. And I don't want to have to take another trade once I get into my position. 6.5 points, maybe 7. 7 for 7 is fair. Very fair, yeah. Still waiting. No entry yet. I love the EMA support on the 1 minute. Let's check the 5-minute. Are we getting EMA support? Nope. We broke the EMA once, pull back underneath it, and then 10-minute chart. Point of control still floating very far above where price is at currently. That 10-minute EMA is holding as far as rejection goes. All right, but look at the 2 a.m. price as well. Look at the midnight price rejection. So now you can see the battle, right? There's a battle going on, and the 5-minute chart is telling us that the point of control is here, and the buyers are holding that point of control. It's interesting because look at the point of control on NASDAQ. It's not even at the same level. Let me do something here. Why wouldn't it be? Just reset it here. Make sure it's right. So from this 9:30 market open, yeah, it's way up there. That's strange. NASDAQ is about to break this gap first, looks like. It's crazy, man. 13 points. I'm only going 7 contracts. I'm sorry, 7 points. So it should be 14 or 15. I'll go 15. I like this setup. and I'm looking to make like 600 bucks instead of 500. So I'll add an extra contract too. Boom, should be 14. I'll go 16 here and just waiting for that confirmation. Because this could end up being bearish. Like it's so funny. This could end up, we hit that previous daily high, slammed off of it, give you this bearish gap. Price is still sitting inside of this bearish gap. So the shorts are still on the table. If price can start breaking lows, I'll be hip for a short. All right. This looks good to me, man. We're running. I'm going to go ahead and get in here and buy that. I'm on the ES, correct? Yep. I got in at 61. I'm going to go ahead and take that fill. And I want to see price essentially maintain at least the upper half of this bearish gap, right? We get a closure through it. Let me go ahead and mark this out here. This should, flip and turn into support, and you should see speed off of the midpoint of this gap. Also speed off of the EMA is what I'm looking for. And I want to see here, hold on. See what crypto looks like. Crypto is not looking good. And I'm going to keep my eyes on this just because I don't care for unnecessary drawdown. I want to see speed higher. If price starts to try and reclaim this gap, that's going to be a red flag for me. All right, let me, where was my stop? Stop will be at, come on, shorty. I mean, as soon as I get in the trade, you want to start pretending to be bearish again. Yeah, we start getting too comfortable underneath here. I will cut this right here, right now, and just wait for a different trade. Cause I'd rather short if it doesn't want to break. Yeah, bro, come on. This level right here is tough because we know that this bearish gap is a problem. We break the bearish gap and then immediately go right back inside of the gap. This may be a trap, man. This may just be baiting me to take this buy. And then you got what do we got? 2-minute chart will be the order block here. Yeah, bro. If we get too comfortable below this, we got this point of control, which is a very important area here. I need to see this hold up. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, get me out of here, bro. Just save myself a headache. If I gotta get back in, I'll get back in. Yeah, I'm out there. This is probably gonna go bearish. This is such a scam, bro. Such a scam. So now go back over to ES, wait for it to completely violate everything that was just put in. If it can't, then I'll give it another chance. But I don't like that reaction at all, man. I don't like that reaction whatsoever. You invert the gap just to go right back under the gap and then push right back into bullish territory and then pretend to be bullish again. Are you kidding me, bro? I don't like that. Did NASDAQ take a high here? Nope. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to sit back here, guys. Took a small loss, like 380, 400 bucks almost. So I'm going to sit on that for now and wait. It's being stupid. I would prefer the shorts at this point, man. Let's check on that 10-minute chart. Oh, wow. Okay, so now look. 10-minute point of control just flipped. We're officially back in bullish territory. Yeah. If we can flip this bearish gap again, I'm gonna try it again. Remember what I was saying, how either price is gonna stay up here, the point of control can stay up here, right? And draw price higher, or the point of control can flip down here and become either resistance where price gets up underneath it and goes lower, or gets back above it. It looks like price is battling right now, but showing strength above this new point of control. And this is just being weird right now. So I'm gonna try another long on the next inversion, which is trash, bro. It seems like I'm bottom ticking these trades right now. I get in, it goes the opposite way. I get out, it goes right back towards entry. Such a scam. I need to see a flip of this right here. A strong close above. It's 1139. We should start seeing that follow through higher. And I'll put my stop at about 6 points, a tighter stop here. Yeah, 6 points. And then I'm just going to take this higher here. Yeah, I'm going to take this long one more time here. Let's get ready. Nice closure. Come on. 7 seconds. Still haven't closed through this gap yet. I'm waiting on this gap to flip. I'm not in a rush anymore. Price seems to be chopping a little bit here, so I'll get pretty much the same entry price if we start flipping back bullish here. I like how price is protecting this green box here. These lows over here on NASDAQ are being held. Price keeps trading towards highs. Looks like you're just going to have to deal with a little bit of chop, but low, high, low, chop, chop, chop. Put in another low. So let's see here. Hopefully the volume doesn't just like stall out here and ends up chopping for the next hour or two. That would be trash. All signs pointing higher though. I'm just waiting on the breakout. I don't really want to sit and draw down here, knowing that if price breaks this green box, there's no more support for price. It's over. I would take a short 100%. 10-minute chart. So I like the point of control, but the EMA is a very, very strong point of interest right now for both charts, right? You see price is unable to break that EMA right now. That may be the reason price goes lower here. Man. See how it's like the market just wants you to guess right now. It wants you to guess. Yeah, that 10-minute EMA looks like a problem, man. Yeah, guys, I think the shorts are just going to continue. I'm just waiting on a short setup. There's no setup right now. This whole profile is a completely bullish. Look at it. Look at it, bro. It'd be weird here. Look at it. Refuse to go lower, but also refusing to go higher at the same time. We've inverted every bearish gap immediately. We inverted this one, pull back, put a new bearish gap, inverted it again, pull back, and yet we're still not going anywhere. Yeah, this is a scam right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait for this short. Yep, we just took out this low. I'm going to end up probably going short here, guys. See if we can get a closure through this green zone. Close through this low. And then from there, it should be very clear that price is not bullish. Such a scam, bro. Look at it. What is it doing? All right, there we go. So we take the low, put in this high, low, takes the high, fails to make a new high, right? See that 2-minute chart here. Boom, boom, pull back here. So this is, yeah, this is your short area of interest right here, where price puts in a low, makes a high, pulls back, attempts to go higher, and then it's met with a lot of selling pressure right here. If price is bearish, this level will hold. If price is not bearish, this level will break, retest, keep going. But at this point, I think the shorts are just in control. Crypto's showing a lot of weakness. Price is holding these bearish gaps on the higher time frame, holding that EMA. I would love a short here. Let's get a nice pullback. So either price is going to pull back into this red zone here, or price is going to create a new order block. Now that we take this low, price can push higher and then start to fail, and that'll be my new order block. All right, here we go. Zoom in over here, takes this low on the way down. We have push higher, pull back, turn. Yeah, same area of interest here. Take this high, pull back, tries to go higher, met with a lot of selling pressure right here. Crazy. Look at this, bro. All right, let's see if we get this short. Let's see if price wants to reject here, or are we about to try and rip through this level here? I think the shorts are just the best play here. But look at this rejection, bro. This is crazy to me, man. It's like it wants to be bullish, but it just hasn't gone anywhere. And then now you're like considering the shorts because we break structure, but price doesn't even close through that low. So this could be a sweep. So now you got to be extra patient because it could either be a sweep or it could be an actual breaking structure by taking that low. So now back into this area here, and I want to know how price responds. This is crazy to me, bro. I would love to just get a clean short here. Keep faking out the buyers and then just keep dumping lower. Because this should not take so long. All right, so we had, first of all, we have this bearish black line here. This is bearish territory. We have this 10-minute gap. You want to see price put in a high, take out a low. That's the that's the tough part here. This is so bullish. We sweep this low, make the high. Once you make this high, you're looking for price to pull back, right? Sweep this low, pull back, give some sort of order block. There goes your order block. If we maintain this order block, bro, this is bullish. Oh my goodness. It's funny how chop can completely just eliminate all structure. It just makes everything look like nothing. I gotta go buys here, bro. If we get above this level here, it's going bullish. All right. Zoom in on ES. See what happens here. So we had price tapped into this level here. Takes this low. Makes a high. Pulls. Bro, this is so bullish, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. We get this closure here. I'm gonna buy this one more time, and that'll be my last idea. Don't want to get too caught up in this. And I'll go 7 points, something like that. 7 points there. We actually hit this this level here. We take this high. You want to see price pull back and then turn on a 2-minute chart here. So we had this pullback and turn. We respect that pullback and turn. And then, yeah, I'm long here, guys. I'm long again here. And hopefully we get some speed. I want to see 10 a.m. or at least, yeah, 10 a.m. actually. Precisely. 10 a.m. precisely is my target, which would be up in this area here. I just can't. And then on top of that, like I mentioned, the whole point of control has shifted. Price is reclaiming this 10-minute EMA here. I want to see 10 a.m. Sell limit 16. We get a strong closure above on the. Did we close yet? So we're closing through this bearish order block here. I just want to see some speed higher now. I feel like we should have been able to survive the chop. Hypothetically speaking, if price tries to go back bearish here, I have to just eat this L. I can't play both sides anymore. I like the longs. All right, yeah, we're continuing to maintain this EMA. We maintain that 2-minute area of interest. And if I go to the hourly here, we're stabbing into this hourly fair value gap. I think there was, what was it? 10-minute. There was a 15-minute engulfing in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. So this 15-minute engulfing candle right here. Notice price drive into this opening price here and give you a really nice rejection next to midnight. I'm looking for price to try and offer at least 69, 69. Um, 69, 62. How many points with this TPB? 7.75. 6-1. All right. So that's the setup there. My stop was sitting at about 8 points here. I don't want to see price get back underneath midnight. So yeah, about 8 points at 69.54. 69.54. Yeah. And I hate that price is stalling right here. I want to see speed through here. But let me go look at this hourly chart here. We have this hourly gap being filled. Did we hit that level on ES and NASDAQ? Let's see. All right. So yeah, NASDAQ hits this massive 2-hour engulfing candle open price. And when I see that, I just want to see price offer a low. There it is. All right. Once we put that low in, I want to see it make a high and then show that price goes lower and then turns. On the 2-minute chart, this is where we got our area of interest. We took the low, tried to push lower, started going back higher. This is our area of interest, this specific candle here. And with that being hit, you see price maintain. So now I'm like, all right, if price is going to maintain this level here, I should put my stop below it and give price a chance to run higher. We're getting that 5-minute EMA. Got to give price a chance to rip higher here. And I won't entertain the short. If it stops me out on the short, which it looks like it's going right back bearish. This is crazy, bro. If it's gonna stop me out here, I'm just gonna take this and leave it where it's at, bro. Because my goodness, bro. We just saw the same type of profile and it's doing it again, bro. It's just not ready to go anywhere, I guess. That's trash, man. Yeah, that's trash. We just went through this, bro. We just sold off for no reason and went right back very strong to the highs. Oh yeah, this is trash. Let me get. I might just have to just walk away and let this do its thing, because if not, I'm gonna get out and then it's gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get back in and I'm gonna end up in a blender. I'm looking at two things. Like I said, the higher time frame point of control looks good to me, man. EMA is the one problem. We closed through it on ES, but that doesn't mean anything. I see price is right back underneath it. All right, let me see. How could this be bearish? Let me see. How could we end up going bearish? What would be that point of interest where you're like, okay, it's officially bearish. I don't want to buy it anymore. It's going to be the same level. Yeah, I can't see anything else. It's going to be this same ballpark here. If price holds this level here, you want to continue higher. Check the 2-minute here. This is just trash, I think. All right, so what happens here? We sweep this low. We push higher. We need to see price offer a new bullish order block. Yeah, I need to see price offer a new bullish order block. Let's just watch ES here. We ended up sweeping out this internal low, but this low right here is what gets my attention. If you pay attention, right, you see we sweep this low. Once that low swept, you want to see price offer some sort of pullback. It's the same, bro. I keep coming to the same conclusion. Buy it. But for whatever reason, we're having to deal with the worst price action right now. If price can start showing that speed here, then maybe it was just a waste of time. But this is tough. This is tough price action, man. Swept that low into it. You want to see it take this high. Once we take that high, you want to see price pull back and start offering. So it'll be, you got this order block right here. We close underneath it, get right back above it, showing strength. This should be the breakout right here, man. Come on. How many times do you want to entertain this level? This is tough because it just won't. This is tough. Make sure I have a TP set just in case this tries to blast off. 696925. All right, so tap into here, takes this high. I'm just getting it ready for my notes because I don't even want to sit here and overthink this. It just, the chop always does that to your brain. It makes you think, well, maybe this, maybe that, maybe this, maybe that. You just got to let it play out. Takes the high. Once you take the high, you want to see price pull back and turn. This is your order block here. What happens to the order block? We push, reject, reject. We close through it once. And then on the retest is where you would want to look for a short instead, right? Remember, I wanted potential shorts, but we maintain this level here, get back above it, retest it, get back above it again. And yet here we are stuck in chop. So I think it's safe to say that's a clean profile. Just got to wait it out. Hope for the best here. Hope that if price is truly bullish, it doesn't do something stupid like stop me out and then take off. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with being wrong, right? But I just want price to offer a definite move here. Let's see. Stab into here, take the high, pull back, turn. This area right here was the first 1 minute structure. And it was maintained really nicely on the 1 minute. We got one breach, hits midnight, corrects very, very strongly. Man, this looks so bullish. Man. All right, guys. So that 12 o'clock volume is here. We're either going to see a spike or a complete reversal. So don't want to give price much room for error here. I want to see price start to flip and invert these gaps. That way we can start building bullish structure to replace the bearish structure. It's 12 o'clock, so it's very important for us to start creating bullish areas of interest. We've already retested this same bullish point of interest. Look at how many times we were in here. So you don't want to see price revisit here, right? You want to see price create a new area of interest. There we go. I would love to see price just take out these highs, bro. My goodness, bro. I would love to see price take out this high here. I'm gonna mark this off, right? See how long price spent down in here? Let's see if price can give us a push past that 10 a.m. price. This is a beautiful move here. I don't even want to get my hopes up, bro. We just saw price waste all this time. I don't want to get my hopes up and then price end up right back in this area. But this is what I'm anticipating, right? I'm anticipating a quick move higher, being that we've shown that price just doesn't want to go lower. This is a beautiful reversal profile. And I want to get the most out of this trade. If price can push back up into this order block here, I would be very, very happy. If price stalls at this level, I'll just take what the market gives me, right? Don't want to get too greedy. But I'm anticipating price to show more bullishness here. We had every opportunity to go lower here and it failed. So just looking for some favor here to the upside, to where it just the same way we went down without really offering much of a pullback. This is where I would like to see price offer a complete run higher, break 10 a.m., maybe even fill in this imbalance here before showing some exhaustion. All right. But just have to sit back and watch, man. All right, here we go, man. Unfortunately, it looks like price has hit 10 a.m. to the very tick and it's showing regression. I can't, bro. It's almost like, I don't know, man. If price wanted to reverse here, it could. And I think I have to just take this, bro, like a dweeb. Just take it, small profit on the day, and come back a different day, bro. This is not what you want to see. You want to see price show strength through this 10 a.m. Price hits it and immediately goes the opposite way. And then on top of that, right, when you look around, there's massive divergences on the NASDAQ chart. We're nowhere near 10 a.m., which is why I want to see strength through 10 a.m. because that'll show me that, all right, if NASDAQ is bullish, maybe NASDAQ can hit 10 a.m. and ES can take out the high. You know what I mean? Some sort of divergence in that matter. But I think I'm just going to have to take this, man, because if I don't and it goes back to break even, I'll be even more upset, man. I'm trying my best to give it a chance to just go here. I just don't understand why it does stuff like this. Such a joke, bro. Such a joke. Can we just blast off, bro? Like, what are you waiting for? What I'll do here, because I'm like on edge, I'm gonna close out majority of my accounts at this 10 a.m. price here. There we go. All right. Let me start closing these out. Some accounts I'm gonna leave going just at break even, and then others I will simply just take a small win for the day. One loss, but this win right here recovered the entire loss for sure. Come on, give us a rally through. There we go. See if we can show some speed above here now. We start getting back underneath here. I'm just gonna cut it. Yeah, let me get up out of here. Come on. There we go. Just don't go back underneath 10 a.m. Push up. There we go. There we go. Alerts are going off. And what I'm going to do now is protect this profit on majority of my accounts here. Bro, every time, bro. Just go up. All right, I'm going to protect that there. Oh, did it buy? It bought more. Oh, no. Oh, no. I am tripping, guys. Oh, I got some more profits, though. All right, there we go. I'm out of there. Phew. This is like, you see what I mean? Like, you can't tell me we didn't call out this buy, right? And then it does all this weird stuff here for no reason. And then now look at it, just race. But I can't complain. I'm going to end today profitable. Let's go, man. That's what I want to see right there. Let's go. VIP smashed. Everything cleaned up. There we go. Nice. Big chop. All right, there we go. Let's see if price wants to take this high. I'll get my notes together here. Not bad. Not bad. Right? Not bad. NASDAQ will probably hit 10 a.m. as well. Crypto should show some strength eventually, maybe. Maybe not. Let me get my notes together here. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Being that price was being weird, I wanted the short, right? Missed the short, wanted the long, got out of the long because it was being weird. Got back in the long, and patience paid out today. All right, cool. So nice. I think price should take this high now. You want to see price try to stop out these sellers up here in a hurry, right? You don't want to give them a chance to flip their position. You want to see speed similar to this, right? You saw that speed lower. There it is. Nice, man. Really nice. I'm holding this on one more account here. I think I'll probably get out now. I think I'll get out now. Really nice. Really nice. Or is it gonna take this high? I'll probably get out on the next rejection candle. Just call it a day, man. Another day in the office. As long as the volume though, you know what I mean? Like this is what we need. It's okay for small areas of chop, but expansions need to be consistent, man. Very important. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get out here. I want to see if it takes this high. It's almost there now, right? It's not bearish. So that means it should be drawing towards a high. NASDAQ isn't nowhere near the high. NASDAQ didn't even hit 10 a.m. yet. So we should take this high, bro. And I'm trying to give it a chance to do so here. Probably cut it at 1,000. Yeah, like 2 more points. I'm gonna cut it. Come on, come on. There it is. Oh, one more pop. I'm out. It's struggling at this level here. Yeah, I think I gotta take it. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out there. That'll go down as 12 points for me. And then about 8 points or so on my other accounts. So cool. I will take it. I will take it. Let me get off of these charts, man. Let me get off of these charts. All right, cool. I'll take it. Even though I think this high gets taken. All right, let me get my notes together. Man. And let me log out. Exit all positions. Cancel everything. Make sure you're not leaving any orders on Tradeovate. Hit the exit at market and cancel. Right. Eli, let me see. Let me see. This boy got the whole box of cookies. All right, yeah, I'm gonna drop this in my notebook, and today's gonna be a green day. Great recovery here. Good squeeze. Good patience, man. And we'll see what tomorrow has. All right, cool guys. That's all for today. Hopefully everybody found a way to be profitable today. If you learned something, that's what I'm online for. Show you guys some tricks and tips when it comes to trading these prop firms and reading where price is trying to go, right? Back at it tomorrow. I don't think there's any crazy news tomorrow. I think we just have we have our jobs report at 10 a.m. So yeah, it'll be pretty solid session tomorrow, I think, as well. Volume should be spectacular. And it looks like price is going to take out this high. So beautiful, beautiful read on price, right? And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Missed the sell here. First buy attempt was here, I believe. Yeah, right in here somewhere. Let me delete this. I bought here. First attempt was like right here on that inversion. Yep, I bought it here. First buy. And then I got out early because you could tell something was weird about price. It wanted to sweep one more time for whatever reason, bro. Like, it's just such a scam, bro. What are you doing? And then the next inversion, price was ready to go, I guess, apparently. It just wanted to wait until 12, maybe. I don't know. Because once 12 o'clock hit, you see the volume increase. So I'm going to note that as well. 12 o'clock volume saved the day. And my second attempt was here. Didn't want to miss it. Get in here, second attempt. Or just put second buy. And today's going to be pretty decent. Not A+, but definitely solid. Keeping in mind that I did miss here. And NQ, alerts going off. Bang, there goes 10 a.m. for NQ. All right, yeah, so we're chilling, man. Great read. And back at it tomorrow. Jump in the chat room if you have anything you want to, talk about, any questions, whatever the case may be. And see you guys tomorrow. 15-minute engulf. Make sure this is big. There we go. Boom, boom. Mm-hmm. 4-hour bearish. All right. Yeah, cool. Download. Oh man, it's gonna take this high. That's an extra like $400 at this high, but I can't. You just can't do that, right? You gotta be you gotta be swift on these charts, bro. Don't get greedy. All right. Later, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.